Good morning, everyone. My name is Janice Monger. I'm the president and CEO of the Staten Island Museum. We're so pleased to be here in our galleries today. I'd like to introduce Borough President Vito Fossella to make a special announcement.
Thank you very much. It's always great to be in one of the nicest spots in all of New York City on the grounds of Snug Harbor, and especially at the Staten Island Museum. If you're not familiar with either Snug Harbor or Staten Island Museum, you're missing something. You should come out and check it out, not just the rich history of Staten Island, but it's really the fabric of what this country is all about. And in a way, we're just getting a nice brief tour of what's here. And the exhibit here is the Black Angels, right?
Yes.
And it was really one of the reasons why we invest so much in the cultural institutions here. And for those who ignore history, they do so at their peril. But it's a wonderful walk down, I don't say memory lane, but just walk back through history and you see the impact that Staten Island, and particularly these women who were recruited, my understanding, many of them were recruited from the South to come to live in Staten Island to treat patients who had tuberculosis. And there's a lot of reasons why, but you can always learn. You always learn from history, the people, the dynamics, that those women settled here in Staten Island. They had families, became inspirations to many of their daughters and offsprings to become nurses themselves. But you also learn what we don't know. When they started treating tuberculosis, they would put the beds outside on the balcony because they thought the best thing to do was just fresh air and sunshine. Right? That was what they did. So we learned. And that's, I'm not here to promote the exhibit, although you should see it. Here to say that we all learn collectively if we invest and know where we all come from. And the Staten Island Museum does it, Snug Harbor does it, through the arts. Staten Island Children's Museum does it, one of the most popular places on the island. The Noble Museum does it, to honor the legacy of one of Staten Island's famous painters, lithographers, right? Even discussions today in politics, it just seems like this is the first time people are talking about certain things. Not true. People talk about same types of things the last 50 years, 100 years, 500 years. The characters change. The subjects sort of remain the same. Even the discussion about tariffs and what they're good or bad, there have been discussions about tariffs and implications on the country for the last 400 years. And I'm not here to say tariffs are good or bad, that's not the purpose of it, but if one were to take a step back and try to read and understand, I think we would all be in a better place. We would all be in a better place to understand each other, to understand that we have a right to disagree respectfully, and move on with your life. So what I'd like to do here is to announce a few things that we've done. We have the pleasure of making some investments into, again, these facilities. And I have it, I know I have it somewhere. These fine ladies behind me do a great job every day of bringing out the best of what Staten Island has to offer. So we're pleased to announce today that Snug Harbor will get $1 million for a mechanical upgrade to its buildings G, S, and T, as well as 12,000 expense allocations. The Staten Island Museum, the building we're in now, will get $1 million for Building B outfitting, as well as 11,000 expense funding. The Noble Maritime Collection, which is a few hundred feet from here, will receive $500,000, as well as their air conditioner replacement and another several thousand expense funding. And the Staten Island Children's Museum will also get about 11,000 in expense funding. So we're trying to demonstrate that we are committed to these facilities, to the cultural institutions, to promoting what Staten Island history is all about. And these folks are on the front lines every day. Right now, as we speak, there are 3 schools visiting today. So we want the kids to come and have a great time. It's their heyday here at the museum. It's like they're on vacation. So we just want to say thank you and keep doing the great work that you do. Appreciate it.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Vidor. I'm the president and CEO of Snug Harbor Cultural Center and Botanical Garden. I just wanted to offer my sincere thanks to Borough President Fossella for being such a champion for culture and for the Staten Island community to have this amazing campus of offerings to the community. There is something for everyone here, and we really appreciate and rely on the investment of our government partners. And Borough President, you have been such a champion for us, and I just want to say thank you so much for your commitment, to your belief and understanding that places, these third spaces like Snug Harbor, are so critical to our community, and having a place for people to come together, to disagree, to talk it out, and to learn and to be inspired. So thank you for your commitment and for your belief in us and in culture in all 5 boroughs. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Megan Beck. I am the incoming Executive Director of the Noble Maritime Collection, and I want to thank Borough President Fossella for the allocation he gave us for our much needed HVAC repair. We serve about 18,000 people a year, and the infrastructure that keeps the building comfortable for our visitors is crumbling. So this repair is much needed to make it a much easier and more comfortable visitor experience for all of the public that come from all over the borough and the larger city and the state and the world to come in and be comfortable, and for the 4,000 school children that we serve a year to have a comfortable environment to learn. So thank you very much for your investment in the Noble and to Snug Harbor more widely. Thank you.
Janice Monger again. The Staten Island Museum is so grateful for the $1 million towards a STEAM education center that will be in the adjoining building to the main museum at Snug Harbor. And so we celebrate this year 10 years already in this fine building and modernized historic building at Snug Harbor. And the full vision is to unite all our collections across art, natural science, and history into one place and really focus on STEM learning. So this building will nearly double the public space for the museum and double our classroom space for all the school children to come on trips as well. So we're thrilled with the significant investment and to provide, for the community. We're your borough's museum. Sure, we're here on the North Shore at Snug Harbor, but we're for all of Staten Island. The Black Angels exhibition that was just mentioned does close December 28th, so come see it while you still have a chance and enjoy all that there is here at Snug Harbor. And just thank you deeply for this investment to help accomplish our long-term vision.
Hi, thank you. My name is Jennifer Dudley. I'm the Deputy Director at the Staten Island Children's Museum, and we are very grateful to the Borough President for his allocation to the Children's Museum. It has allowed us to create a new fishing pier in our outdoor playground, and it has gross motor skills opportunities as well as fine motor skills, and it's just a delight, and it's all thanks to the Borough President's office. So thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies, and better days ahead. And any group here, there's the buildings, there's the brick and mortar, but there's also the soul of the place, right? And unfortunately, in the last few days, the Staten Island lost Larry Anderson, and it was the soul, one of the major souls that made Snug Harbor what it is. So we want to extend our sympathies and condolences to his family and friends for a loss. He was, every time I visited, almost every time, he was the guy, get Larry. Get Larry. So again, Staten Island lost a son. We extend our sympathies to him and his family and his friends. With all that said, Snug Harbor is a great place to visit, spend the day. So as I mentioned, the kids were running around like they're on vacation, which is great to see. And speaking of kids, we have a dream of basically converting what was done here. This was dilapidated, destroyed a number of years ago. There's another building that's almost like a sister building on the other end, and we would love to convert that building, if possible, to a school for the performing arts. Staten Island does not have one. It's the only borough that surprisingly doesn't have one, and we spent the last few years to try to get that to happen. We don't know if it's going to happen or not, but this would be the tremendous place to have a school for the performing arts for young people to learn and explore and be curious about life. So thank you all. Appreciate it.